Welcome back. You're still tuned into Nedbank Business Watch. Thank you for staying with us. In 2 weeks, actually less than 7 days, the 28th of January, next week, Tuesday, schools are reopening for the first term of the year 2025. And Nedbank Eswatini is running a back-to-school promotion. To tell us more about it, I'm joined by Mpumelelo Motsamai, who's the branch manager in Manzini. Mpumelelo, very good afternoon. Thank you for tuning in. Just before we get into the services and offers that Nedbank provides, just tell us about financial tips that parents should follow, for the back-to-school expenses.
Afternoon, Lulu. It is important for parents to draw up a budget, tailoring down the expenses for the year, or maybe for the term to begin with, taking note of sales, taking note of back-to-school campaigns that are currently running in other shops, and also make sure to compare the prices so not to overrun your budget.
Yeah. So, a lot of parents get frustrated around this time of the year, and some tend to, lend or loan money from Shylock's, in relatives or any other person. What advice would you give parents, especially it's the start of the year? How do they manage their finances,
For us, Nedbank, the perfect tip that would give parents is to plan. Plan for your children's education, plan for the school expenses, open up savings accounts, open up investment accounts to cater for those needs.
Okay. Yeah. So speaking of the services that you're providing, back-to-school promotion, I assume Nedbank does have solutions. So what are some of the products that you offer as Nedbank Eswatini?
Okay, for now, for the back-to-school campaign, we have a loan, premier loan going up to 350,000 that parents can take up. We also have LIP loans where a customer or a parent can take up specifically for the children's school fees. We also have credit cards. We also have overdraft facilities. We also do open investment accounts for the parents. It can be in the name of the child, it can be in the name of the parent, just so that you plan ahead for the needs of the child.
All right, still on the loan, how long do I have to be with Nedbank for me to be eligible to apply for a loan?
It depends on where who your employer is. For government employees, we offer a 1-month turnaround time. So if you are salaried with Nedbank for 1 month, you can easily get a loan. But what is important is that we look at the trend of which your salary goes into the account. It needs to be consistent. It needs to be we need to make sure that you afford the loan. So it's important to see the salary coming through. After that, then you can be eligible to borrow.
Okay, so it's not everyone that gets that 350,000. It depends on your salary as well. You can get 100,000 in Malangeni.
Definitely. Okay. We look at your affordability. We look at your 33%. We are governed by the 33%. So in every borrowing that you do, we need to look at your average spend. We need to look at how much you spend on a day-to-day basis, and then count for your 33%, which is your affordability. We are not supposed to exceed the 33%.
All right. So there are clients of yours that have current running loans. Do they also are they eligible to apply for the back-to-school promotion loan?
Definitely. Okay. Once you can take up a loan last month. If your 33% still allows, then you can come back again today.
Oh, that's great, actually. Yeah. So what are some common challenges that families face, financial challenges that families face?
In terms of the back-to-school campaign, you may find that you need money for school fees, you need money for uniforms. We all know that our children often lose their school bags, their jerseys and everything. So it's important to have that emergency fund, save up for those things. So the challenges can be easily managed with just planning for those savings.
So how does the emergency fund work? How is it easily accessible?
Definitely. A perfect example would be the Just Save account. You open the Just Save account, you deposit anytime you want, and then when you want to withdraw that amount, you give us a 1-day notice. The notice can be done on the app, which is quite convenient for the customer. You can do it any time of the day. The following day, you have the funds and you can cater for the needs.
Okay, so let's talk about the loan, how are you going to be certain that, yes, I wanted to pay school fees for my child or children? What is required of me? What documents should I bring to Nedbank?
Okay, that one would be the LEAP loan. For the Premier loan, it's for every need that you may have. But for the LEAP loan, we need to see the child's acceptance letter. We need to see the fee structure that the school has given you, the quotation, and we pay directly to the school account for those funds.
Oh, that's great. So it's possible that I take a loan for 3 of my children.
Definitely, as long as your repayment is within the 33%. Yes.
Okay. So what advice would you give to parents that still want to pay their fees and have no time to go to the bank or during working hours?
We have the intelligent depositors. You can deposit at any time of the day. They run 24/7. We also have the app. We also have online banking. At the comfort of your home, in your office, wherever you may be, you can easily transfer to your child's school. It is important, though, to note that the referencing should be correct. Reference with your child's name, your child's surname, and the grade that are going into. You may find that you have 2 or 3 students in the same school, but you can deposit a lump sum and easily reference by each and every one of your children.
Okay. So with your digital solutions, with the banking app, the ATM depositing, do you still have long queues of people wanting to deposit their money inside the bank?
Yeah, currently we have quite long queues, but we would advise customers to use the digital solutions. It's going to be easier for them. We may find that a customer has cash now given to them maybe as a gift. They can easily just go into the ATM depositor machine to deposit those funds instead of going into the branch.
All right. So how can parents plan for future educational expenses beyond the current school year?
It is important that they open maybe investment account in the name of their children. You can open also the Just Save account, a fixed deposit maybe. Just deposit that 100 malangeni, 200 malangeni per month, knowing very well what's it next year you are set for the coming year.
For the year, all right.
Yeah.
You know, there are some parents, you know, that go through very challenging financial situations, and then it happens that they can't pay, they default somehow. Nibasita kanjani lapho?
Those who default on their loans.
Their loans, repayment of their loans.
It is important to be upfront when you're having challenges. So we encourage our customers to come into the bank when you're faced with those challenging times. We can sit down, have a sit down and advise you on what to do, give you a solution. We offer quite flexible solutions for the client, but it is very important that they come to us to address or maybe to table out their frustrations so that we can help them as best as we can possibly.
Yeah, all right. So schools are opening next week, Tuesday. Well-governed schools. Do parents still have time? Is this a year-long promotion for the first time?
The loans run all year. Anytime you can come up to to take up that loan. We all know that some parents have stokvel savings right now, but if you have a need to top up, you can come through any time of the year to take up that 350,000, to take up that LEAP loan, to do a credit card, any of the products you can come.
Yeah, speaking of the credit card, how does it help? You know, how can parents, you know, use it, utilize it? How does it help them, you know, pay their children's school fees?
The credit card works similar to the debit card. You are given a limit which you can use up, so you can still use that to pay for your children's school fees.
Okay, just remind us again what documents are needed, you know, for applying for the loan.
It is important to bring your payslip first and foremost so that we can calculate your affordability. Your ID, of course, so that we can easily identify you. Your letter from the employer is also important, where we can see that indeed you are employed at the place of employment, and then that your employer will continue to run your salary through Nedbank.
Okay, so how long does it take for me to receive the money? Yeah, let's say I just come into the bank today, I apply. How long does it take for the money to be deposited in my account?
It can be the same day,
Okay.
depending on when you come through during the day. But we pride ourselves with our turnaround times.
Okay, so is it possible that when I receive the money, I give the bank an instruction to send some of the money to the school's account?
Definitely. We
Okay.
can do any transfer. Once the money hits your account, we can do transfers on your behalf. You can also do transfers at the comfort of your home.
All right. So lastly, your contact details, in case people want to ask more questions.
Okay, you can reach us at helpdesk@nedbank.co.za. You can also call 3278-1999, which is also the help desk line. There they can direct you to any nearest branch where you can get assistance.
All right, thank you so much. Yeah, you got it right. Nedbank back to school promotion is running for the whole year, so parents who are desperately in need of funds to pay for their children's school fees can go to any Nedbank branch for more details. Let's go for an ad break. We'll return shortly.